Hi, I'm Makoto Takemiya with updates for March 31st, 2023. Today's the last day of the month, and tomorrow is April, so this month flew by really fast. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We accomplished so much in the last few weeks, and I'm really excited for what April will bring. So finally in April, I think we can expect SORA card signups to start finally, but we're almost there. And I think we're also going to start public testing of our substrate-to-substrate bridge, hopefully. So it's going to be a really exciting month in April. And, March was a busy and exciting month as well. So we accomplished quite a lot on the SORA network, testing things, improving things. I think it's been quite an amazing month of kind of going to the next level, and we're almost ready to start releasing a lot of stuff, so that's quite exciting. But I would say the biggest things that were done in March were related to geopolitics. So we start to see that France is now paying for liquid natural gas in Chinese yuan, which is quite groundbreaking. And then also Saudi and UAE announced using or accepting Kenyan shillings in exchange for payment of oil, and also China and Brazil accepting national currencies for trade. So the world is changing. This is something I thought we wouldn't see for maybe several years, but it's changing quite fast. There's the saying that there's weeks when, sorry, I'm a little bit tired. It's been a lot of work today working on this article about Val that came out. So there's a saying that there's years when weeks happen and weeks when years happen, and this is definitely a time when years of progress are happening every week. So it's a very volatile time for humanity, and things are accelerating, partly due to AI and for other geopolitical pressures. So the world is changing, but it won't always be unstable. We'll reach a new point of stability and stay there for a while, and then things will change again, just like it's always done throughout history of the world. So don't be afraid, but rather look for the opportunities in the change. Whenever there's a change like this, there are opportunities, and of course this time is no different. There's opportunities for SORA, so it's a good time to start trying to get countries to consider using a supranational economic system like SORA. There's lots of advantages to it. Because of the democratic oversight and the token allocation, a single country can't unilaterally mint a bunch of tokens and inflate the token supply and devalue the currency. And this could happen with national currencies like the Kenyan shilling or Brazilian real. And SORA is a fix for this. It solves this problem. So you don't have anyone trying to game the system globally. And at the same time, you can avoid, as a country, the Triffin dilemma. So if you are someone like China and maybe trying to create a new world reserve currency using your currency, you also have to balance the needs for liquidity around the world with your domestic monetary policy. And that those don't always work out for the best for the citizens of your country, as I think we saw in America, for instance. So it's important to have a system that's owned by no one, but owned by everyone. And that's really what SORA gives. Speaking of my Val article, I hope everyone read it and found it to be interesting. So it talks a little bit about, in high-level terms, because we don't want people to steal our ideas and hard work, but it talks about the basic concept that you don't have to dump tokens on the market to pay for investments in equity, things like that. Instead, what you can do is you can actually you can earn yield on the money in other ways. You don't have to buy equity. You can pledge it to the balance sheet of a financial institution and earn some money that way. It's kind of like yield farming, but in the TradFi sense. And you can do it to really manage the risk so that there's no risk. You can buy really stable assets that are very predictable, and that's really the big brain play. If you have a bunch of tokens sitting around and don't want to sell them, what you can do is you can monetize that value in other ways. And that's what we have been working on in the SORA community and ecosystem. So good job, everyone.
Besides that, I have daily network stats. In the last 24 hours, there were 936 transactions on the SORA network, 584 of which were swaps, 116 were intermediate farming related transactions, 72 were transfers, and there were 121 active accounts on the SORA network. So with these fast updates, let's go back to work.